Yo, what up, guys? It's me, Zerker, and today, um, kind of like my old apartment tour, I guess. Let's see. So right here was obviously the main entrance, super small. This is being recorded on my cell phone right now, so probably sounds like crap, but got most of the stuff taken care of. But yeah, got most of the stuff taken care of. So I lived in a studio apartment here for about 4 years at this particular complex. Yeah, originally it was supposed to be for just a short period of time. Uh, the original plan was for me to take over my parents' place because they're at the age of retirement and they were moving out and going somewhere else within the states. So they offered me the house. I said, yeah, I'd take it. It was a nice area, a lot of memories at that house. But COVID happened, so that kind of got thrown out of the picture. I'm currently at the old apartment right now. I think I said that already, but yeah, it was a studio apartment, and I had originally started the lease here in 2014, or I mean 2006, 2000, late 2015 and early 2016, and yeah, it was supposed to be for a short period of time, but that never happened. And then I just felt comfortable here because it was a newer complex and everything, and the price was still fairly cheap at the time. Fast forward till like last month, and yeah, they raised the rent to a point where this studio apartment was going to be the same cost or just a little less than a one bedroom. So I decided to finally move. So this particular studio apartment was 550 square feet, and I would do kind of get in like a little corner and like do a pan shot, I guess, at some point. But came with washer, dryer, dishwasher. Kitchen felt pretty good with a lot of counter space. And at the time, it was the right size for me. At the time when I started the lease, but now I'm kind of grown out of it. The area that it's in, it's not the best area in the world. Uh, you could definitely do a lot worse, but it's in a kind of like right on the border where things are kind of lower income and like middle class, I guess. So there's every now and then there's some issues going on, but it's a gated community, which is nice. The thing that sucks is my particular unit faces out towards the street, so there's always like weird people walking by and everything like that. But a lot of road noise, and unfortunately, the Air Force has a flight path, like a really low altitude flight path that's just right above where my unit is. So that kind of sucks. But other than that, it was a great place. Super quiet, very new. I think this whole complex is maybe 5 or 6 years old. So I was a second tenant in this particular unit. But yeah, I'll do a little walk around and kind of give you an idea of where things were, I guess. So yeah, obviously this is the entrance. Nothing big, just a little walkway that is like a storage closet for shoes and coats and that stuff. So I just kind of threw some stuff in there. Don't want to show you too much because I actually show there's a jacket in there for my place of work. So I'm trying to keep that a secret, I guess. Here's the bathroom. It's a decent size. That is the grill or the little tray from the oven. I was cleaning it. So, yeah, but shower, it's okay. It's not the best. And then you walk in here, and like I said, it was a studio, so pretty much that is the whole, I guess, like room. So, like, you probably just saw this. All that was there when I first moved in. So, like I said, it's a newer place, but it's not perfect. Because, like, if you look up, like, you can see the ceiling's kind of Oops. You can see like the ceiling's kind of got like cracks in it and stuff. I think that's just from the building settling over time. But right over here is where I had my computer set up. And all that like black stuff on the wall, that was for me resting my like shoes. So sometimes when I get home, I just don't change or anything. I just get in the chair and sit down, like with my shoes on and everything. And I just prop my foot up on like this little thing I had under the desk. So that's what all that dark stuff is. So they're not gonna be too happy about too happy about that. But then I had my TV. So I had a Calyx bookshelf right over here, and on top of that, I had like my TV, my HT PC or my home theater PC, and then like some other stuff, and I had like figurines and all that there. And then out there's the patio. Now, what sucks about this particular patio? Like, you see all that shit out there on the patio? So like, I would clean it like once a month or something like that, and it'd get like that like the next day. Like the next day, it was always that dirty out of nowhere. So I just gave up, and it kind of just stays like that. Doesn't get any worse or anything like that. So just gave up. Kind of like cons, I guess, of living on the bottom floor. But yeah, and then I had some plants right here. They were unfortunately dying because since I started moving and packing, I've been neglecting them. But there's succulents, three of them. So you got like that one, and those two, and then clearly that one's on the way of dying. And this is a pile of shit going to trash. Some more stuff, and then right here, I don't think you ever saw in any particular videos, but I had another like bookshelf I got on Amazon, and it was kind of like for organization wise, it's like where I put everything that I had just bought for the month for the manga haul videos. That's where I put it. That way it was never mixed up with anything. And then then like right here, where those blankets and like furniture things are, and that's where I had my bed. And then over here where my car's cargo and trunk liner thing is, I had my two Billy bookcases right here. And then my closet. They called it a walk-in closet, but you really can't. I mean, you could walk into it, I guess, but not really. Yeah, that is, for the most part, the main area. Studio, and then here's some framed pictures I got. And then here's the kitchen. It's a mess because I'm cleaning shit, moving shit. And then, so yeah, it came with a pretty decent oven. Refrigerator was alright. I didn't really care much, but this motherfucker was the big selling point for me, honestly. Finding a unit in my state, which is Washington, that has a washer dryer into it is like next to impossible for the most part. So if you find one, you're gonna be paying quite a bit. But anyway, I wanted to do this on my actual camera, but unfortunately I couldn't because I can't find my memory card, so it's still boxed up somewhere. But yeah, I'm almost done. The new place is a shit show just because it's fucked. The new place is an older spot. So these ceilings, they're 12 feet tall. The new place, I think, has like 9 foot tall ceilings, which is kind of, you can definitely feel the difference. Another issue is it is an older building. So you do hear your neighbors, especially upstairs. Like the guy that's above me, he and I kind of work the same schedules, kind of like later a little bit. He's military. And I never hear him. Never. And I know he stomps. I know he stomps because he came down one day when we were like in passing. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry if you hear me when I'm walking, blah, blah." I was like, "Dude, I don't hear shit. Like, I don't hear nothing." So I was like, "Do you, bro?" And then I said, "Hey, sorry if you hear me like screaming when I'm playing like Among Us or Goose Goose Duck or whatever when I'm streaming. And he's like, nope, I don't hear you. So I was like, cool, this is a good spot. This is a great spot. So unfortunately, I think with the other place, it's not going to be as good as far as noise cancellation, I guess, because it's an older unit and this is a newer one. And the maintenance guy, he told me this first floor is literally a concrete wall. So this wall right here, that's my neighbor on the ground floor with me. He says a concrete wall between us. So like when they're cooking, or they actually had a party not too long ago before I started moving, I didn't hear shit. I didn't hear nothing until I stepped outside in like the little walkway. I could hear everything, but once I got inside, I didn't hear shit. So I was like, this is cool. So if they didn't have, if the area was a little nicer and the military wasn't flying over, this would be a really good spot. But anyway, my newer spot, like I said, the older building, lower ceilings. I do hear my neighbor upstairs stomping, but he is a bigger dude, so I think if I had like somebody who was, normal size or like a female that lived up there, I probably won't hear him walking. Like this guy, he's probably like twice of my size, and I'm a pretty beefy dude already, so he's like twice of me. So I'm not gonna get angry about him about that. It's not like he's doing it on purpose. And other than that, older building and everything like that. So the one thing that does suck is the living area, like the living room, is a little smaller than I actually thought it was gonna be. And unfortunately, I was not hoping for this, but it does have a fireplace, which kind of ruined the layout that I was kind of going for when I was looking at the photos online. But I'll make do. I'll move some stuff around. We'll figure it out. But other than that, it's like super quiet. Like when the pandemic originally happened, or I guess when it first started, like the first lockdowns for the state, I walked outside to go take the trash out one day, and it was so quiet. Like I've never heard this particular area that I was in be so quiet. And the new spot I'm at, it's like that at night. Like once 9 o'clock hits, it's quiet. Like nobody's out. I mean, there's people out like walking their dogs, but there's nobody out like driving around with their music on or anything like that. So I'm in like a really, really fucking sweet area. So anyway, this is my old apartment tour, I guess. Sorry you didn't get a chance to really see it with all the stuff inside, but it's a studio apartment. You can kind of figure out how it looks. But hopefully I can get everything squared away at my new spot. I have to get Comcast, which is my cable provider, to come out and activate the coax cable in the living room. Because apparently the person that lived there before me deactivated the living room coax cable and activated the bedroom coax cable. I don't know why they just wouldn't leave them both active, but yeah, so that's what I'm waiting on before I can really start hammering out the, I guess, sorting process, because I want to keep everything away from the coax cable so that the cable guy can get in there and do his shit and then get out. But yeah, this is my old apartment tour. You guys will probably love this next manga haul that I'm going to do when I get a chance, because I didn't stop. I didn't stop buying. I was still buying. And I bought a lot of shit. I bought a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit that I've been working on trying to get. So and I was able to get them. So yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna get going. I gotta finish up packing up this stuff. I got a little bit more to do to get everything out of here. And probably from there we'll and just do a little bit more cleaning and then turn into my shit. And then I can get the other place, squared away. But yeah. It's me, Zerker. This was my old apartment tour, and I will see you probably whenever with a new apartment tour. Hopefully I can find my memory card for the camera by then. Hopefully. All right. See you.